So, let's start.
Right.
In the spirit of, what this podcast is really about, let's talk about celebrity relationships.
Oh, yes. Yes, please.
Yes, Queen. There's this short actress, Florence Pugh, or Pugh, I don't know. She was in Avengers movies as well.
She was in Dune.
Oh, yeah, she was in Dune, the Emperor's Daughter and all that.
Yeah.
So I just saw this article on Facebook or something that she's dating someone 21 years older than her, and she was like, you need to embrace age gaps when dating, etc. What's your opinion on dating in age gaps?
It depends. So the girl has to be younger, but not too much.
What is too much?
Anything that the feminists of Twitter decides is too much.
Screw them. What do you think?
No, there's no too young. You know, it makes
What
me
do you mean
think
there's
of
no too young?
makes me think of a Louis C.K. joke where he said, like,
Gonna get us cancelled.
he was married and then he's like, I just need a girlfriend who's 10 years younger than me. So when I'm
Okay.
60 years old, 50 years old, 70 years old, 60 years old, and no, 70 years old, 21 years old. And it's like, she can just take the inheritance. And it's like, she's not born yet. She's not born yet, but we'll see what the new...
For the record, he's French, and I don't condone this, but
It's part of my culture, right? It's part of...
He's French. I don't know. I think
No, I think
first of all, for me, at the very least, above the age of 25, 26, your frontal lobe needs to be formed. To me, that's the minimum. Above that, it depends what the age gap is, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. I don't know. I think it's a cultural thing as well. If the legality and biology of frontal lobe and all of that stuff is out of the window, then I don't know. It depends. I've seen weird couples which are very successful and they have age gaps like 20, 21, 23 years. Although I think that's too much for me. But I've seen weird shit.
Yeah, but they meet old, so she's already an
Yeah.
adult. Like, in France, the age is... Sexual majority is 15 years old. They put this recently in the law because of... It was kind of a grace.
Wait, what does that mean? Like a 30-year-old can have sex with a 16-year-old?
Yeah.
Legally?
Legally, yes.
Damn, son. Okay.
That's
What is the age when they're allowed to vote?
18.
How does that make? Okay, what is the age on which they're allowed to have a license or be able to drink publicly?
Drink is 18.
And driving?
Driving is 18, but you can get sort of a license before.
That's the part. I don't get that. I think all of these ages should be one.
Yeah. But
like
the thing
there's
is,
this one age where you say this person is
Yeah.
now responsible for themselves. They can have sex with whomever they want. They can vote in the government. They're
thing
smart
is,
enough to drive. They're smart enough to drink. They just don't.
They put it in the law recently because it was vague, and if there
It's
was
always
abuse,
vague.
and they put 15.
Obviously, there's abuse.
To put this age was a way to actually make it harder. You cannot get with a 18 years old with a minor if you have some sort of authority over them, like if you're a teacher or guardian or...
But yeah, obviously, that's just even a next level of insanity.
Yeah, but that's not... But, when you look at the president, Macron, his wife, she was 36, I think, and he was underage when they met. They met in high school. I think she was a teacher in high school or something.
She pulled a Woody Allen.
Yeah, she didn't drug him, but...
Woody Allen didn't drug her. He groomed
No, not
his
Woody Allen.
wives,
Oh yeah, I'm
his
thinking
stepdaughter.
I'm thinking Polanski.
No, Polanski's
No,
a whole
Polanski's a different
Polanski is
thing.
more
Yeah,
insane.
Yeah.
Polanski's
Polanski drugged.
Polanski's a
girl.
proper evil man.
Yeah, I mean, he did this thing, which was
And you know that his ex-wife is the one who got murdered in the Charles Manson famous murders in 1969 and changed the whole
of
thing.
course.
So
He got a lot of sympathy from that as well. So, but
Polanski's
Woody Allen
is a character.
I think he was 16 or something.
Woody Allen?
President, not the president.
Oh,
Macron. He was
But
very
it doesn't.
young.
The outrage doesn't work inversely.
Yeah, no. It's just
And
Uh,
it doesn't work out inversely because men don't get upset by that.
No, not really. No,
No.
no. And also, Brigitte is a man. Apparently, she has a dick.
I,
That's
I think they're getting the Candice Owens is getting sued for this.
yeah,
right
a
now,
lot
right?
of people are getting sued.
A lot
in
of people are
France.
getting sued.
It's very funny because these people have to go to the tribunal, and they give interviews. The TV is there for these conspiracy theorists.
But how are they suing this? They are French.
Mm.
American people are saying this shit with the freedom of speech online.
Mm.
How does the suing even work? Under which law are they
I
suing?
don't know about Candice Owen, but they are suing a lot of French people that are like into Candice Owen.
I know that
And these people are nuts.
Macron actually phoned Trump about Candice Owens.
Probably, yeah, possibly.
No, yeah.
Okay.
It's an interview.
Mm.
And Trump or who mentioned it to Candice Owens.
Okay.
So,
But Candice, she doesn't like Trump. She's
No,
very
right now-
She's
right-
anti-Israel.
right now she doesn't like Trump. Right
Yeah,
now she's in.
Right now,
For the last 12 months, 10 months
and
to 12
she's
months.
very vocal about Zionism and Israel and
basically,
everything. With Charlie Kirk.
God knows what's happening. First of all, it can be a real stance. Okay.
Mm.
Second, it can be a stance that she has recognized that the wind is shifting in America and people are very openly asking about if this is a Christian American government, and this is the right wing and conservatives asking, right? If this is a Christian right wing government, why are our policies so heavily influenced by Israel, and why are not we doing America first rather than we doing Israel first? Our infrastructure is broken. We are giving them billions and billions of dollars. Like, what are we doing?
Mm.
So she could have sensed the way wind is turning and gone with it. That's a second option. And third could be a financial issue, because she was under the Daily Wire, whatever the hell this thing is called, which is funded by Ben Shapiro in Israel. Where Ben Shapiro is the head honcho, and they let her
Right.
go basically and pushed her out because she was going against him. And it was a Charlie Kirk spot that Ben
And
Shapiro
Kirk
has.
wanted to go a bit against.
Yeah, exactly. So it could also be a financial dispute.
Right. Yeah, it can be.
That's why she's taking that stance, because Shapiro is obviously going to take
Yeah,
pro-Israel
of course.
stance. So she's going to go like,
Yeah.
point is, what she's saying is mostly right about Israel.
Mm.
Her motivations, God knows.
We don't know. Yeah.
No, I don't really.
We don't know what's in
Her
behind the
motivations
curtain.
change all the time.
Right.
Her opinions change all the time.
Yeah.
In my opinion, as brilliant as she is, as connected she is, I mean, this woman appeared on Joe Rogan maybe 5-6 years ago. 7 years, like before the massive boom of podcasters. And she denied climate change, basically. They had a massive brawl out for like 2 hours. She was pro-Israel for all those years. I wasn't. Millions and tens of millions of people were not pro-Israel before the Gaza war. Like 3 years ago, did you like Israel?
No.
5 years ago, did you like Israel? Most people didn't like Israel. People who have eyeballs and who can see what has been happening there for decades. No one liked Israel, right? So now you're Candice Owens, educated, into all of this, podcast, reading this, meeting people. Why did you have this opinion, and why did it only change in the last year? Even the war has been going on for 2.5 years. Why just the last 10 months to 11 months? Because perhaps the wind is shifting in America,
Maybe. Yeah.
and you're shifting with it.
Mm.
Because you are extremely well-informed person
Right.
about statistics, about data, about books, about everything. Why now? Why a change of opinion now? Israel has been Israel for a long time. They didn't like become Israel now.
Maybe she's noticing just how much influence AIPAC has, especially in the conservative. Like all the conservatives are under the wing of pro-Israeli lobbies. Like,
But that's for the average. That's the problem. If you're talking about an average American recognizing it now, agreed. She's not an average American.
no, she should
Why
be
is she
aware.
recognizing this
She
now?
should be aware. Yeah. She
All
should be
these
aware.
elections have been with AIPAC. Obamas and the Bushes and the Trumps and the Clintons and the Mitt Romneys. All these, Al Gore even, all of these guys had funding from AIPAC. Every single one across the aisle, both sides.
And maybe they're thinking, as conservative, this stance on Israel is harming us because it's not popular. Like, and the public is starting to ask questions like, why
That's
you're getting so much money from AIPAC?
It's podcast.
And
She's going for eyeballs.
Yeah.
She knows if I take this opinion, people with all this opinion will start watching me. And the issue is, it's not just left wingers, even the right wingers are forming this opinion.
Right.
There's a splinter group in the right wing. She's going to go for this group because all the right wingers were pro-Israeli.
They were.
And left-leaning people are not going to listen to Candice Owens anyways, even if she changes her stance. So now she's going to go for that splinter group, which is right-wing conservative but not pro-Israeli.
America first. Yeah.
Yeah. So That group is there for the taking. Kirk is gone.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Tucker Carlson. He's a voice which can go into that. She can go into that. Then the kid is a bit too nuts for everyone. So he can appeal. Yeah, he can appeal to a smaller splinter group, but he cannot appeal to a massive splinter group.
Have you seen how much like he's been piercing into mainstream media lately?
Yeah. He did an interview with Tucker.
Yeah, and there was a bit from this liberal guy, this show. What's the name of it? Like
Young Turks?
No, like the mainstream guy, like late night show. The old leftist guy. What's his name?
Kimmel and these guys. No, he cannot be invited there.
No, not Kimmel. What's his name? Let me just look it up quickly. I have it.
Sure.
On my phone.
Yeah, it's okay. Bill Maher? But
he's not Bill Maher, yeah.
Oh, Bill Maher's a cunt.
And but he's like the mainstream guy, right? Like
he's a mainstream guy. He's not left wing, he's not right wing. And he's basically an asshole, and he has been pro-Israel for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
He is Israel's lapdog.
Yeah,
10 years ago, he made a documentary about religions, and he went into Israel and all that. And I saw this commentary 14, 15 years ago.
It's true.
Because he was a comedy stand-up for a long time. So I've seen those documentaries. He was massively pro-Israel 15 years ago. After 9/11, you should have seen his show. He would invite people, and he went in on Muslims and fuck Iraq, fuck Afghanistan, drop the bombs, drop this, drop that, and it's his show with this black dude from CNN, not Lemon, someone else, with the guy mustache, big built, glasses. He did that famous bit which became famous because it's so horrendous, where this guy goes like, "Oh, young people are being bombarded by propaganda. All they see is dead Gaza baby, dead Gaza baby, dead Gaza baby, Diddy, dead Gaza baby." Like, don't you have a fucking soul? Who says that? No. And this guy did that on Bill Maher's show, and Bill Maher's laughing about this thing. Dead Gaza baby, dead Gaza baby. Who laughs at that? Their kids.
Fuck, yeah. I would be horrified.
Anyone's kids. Israel's kids. Who laughs at that?
I would be horrified, yeah.
And this is Bill Maher. He propagates that, and but he invited him. Okay, that's more believable.
But he just made a bit about Fuentes, and he's making fun. I don't know, he has a weird sense of humor, because he's making fun of his sexuality and all the weird... Because Fuentes is a weird character, right? And there's a lot of things to say, and you can make a whole montage of to make it look insane.
Yes.
But I was thinking, and if you read the comments, it's obvious that it's not going the way that they want.
No.
People are like, oh, you know what? I like Fuentes now.
The thing is, you know that old quotation where it's, if you fight your enemy long enough, they'll learn your tactics? The public is consuming so much social media and content and podcasts and these shows that the tricks that would work amazingly in 2006, 2009, they don't work as well anymore. For these old dogs like Bill Maher, who are very used to manipulating public's opinion into a war, into anything essentially, they try those tricks. But the problem is the public has become so polarized, so opinionated, so heavily infused.
And it's also now it's like, oh, you're making fun of him. Why? Like, why are you trying to put him down?
They don't go with your opinion. They immediately go with like, why are you doing this? Who's paying you? Which sometimes it's detriment of actual logic, to be honest. But it works both ways. It also is going to fuck up people who are trying to do propaganda. Nick Fuentes is insane.
He's properly insane.
He's properly insane.
But they are making him normal, like by talking about him like a normal, regular character.
But Bill Maher is evil. There's a difference. He's insane. You are purposefully evil. This guy has no wife, no children. He's almost like 70 years old. He has been in Playboy Mansion for the last 40 years. Probably he's on Epstein list somewhere as well. He has probably done most messed up things that you can imagine in America. Oh, I know the character a little bit. He has been on Bill Burr. He was doing a podcast with Bill Burr. Bill Burr destroyed him. I don't know if you saw the clip when he was talking about American generals, and he's like, "No, I know, I'm the expert." And Bill Burr like, "Yeah, you are the expert. You're sitting on your couch. You are the expert.
Right.
Like, just stop couching being a general on the couch. Just shut up. You don't know jack shit. Just calm down. No, I know Muslims. I know." Like, it's the same Sam Harris bullshit.
Right.
Like, percentage out of your ass. 42% of Muslims are ready. Who the fuck told you, bro?
Yeah.
What
but Sam Harris is just very biased because
I call evil to someone who is extremely intelligent. So when they are coercing, I know they cannot say the ugly thing. They cannot say, no, we are better. White Christian West is better than Muslims, and this is your religion is blah blah blah. They cannot say that. They go other way
You know,
around, intellectualizing it, but that's the bias.
When Sam Harris speaks, you can see all the different layers of filtering he's
Mhm.
applying.
Yes.
He's slowing down. You know,
Yes.
it's like, okay, I need to, like, he's filtering in his mind,
Yes.
and it's like, you know, it's like
Essentially,
it's almost
it's basic.
yeah,
West is good, East is
Yeah.
bad. Christianity is good, Islam is bad.
yeah,
Crusades were good. You should be contained. Jerusalem
Mm.
shouldn't belong to you. Your religion, I don't
Yeah.
like it. Your religion is fake. Okay. You're coming into Europe.
Mm.
They're not addressing their weaknesses.
Mm.
You're coming into Europe, stopping immigration. Why you're not culturally assimilating? Yeah, no one does to an extent.
Mm.
Italians still have their food. Irish still have their food.
Mm.
You have Jewish quarters in New York. You have Chinatowns everywhere in the world. Who assimilates? Why this pressure on Muslims that they need to become white people when they come?
Mhm.
They won't. You open the immigration. You did the colonialism. The economical difference in the countries is massive. You run the world. Of course, they want to come to you. You don't want them, keep them there. You want to kill people by sure, kill them.
Mm.
Now they're coming. Now you're complaining. Why their population is growing? Why? Because you are not making enough kids.
Mm.
Why? Because your values,
But-
the
but-
same
but
values you say are
for-
superior, are also going to be your detriment.
Yeah, but
That's how the
but
paradox
the
works.
thing with Harris is not even that. It's like he wants to be able to basically defend colonialism, which
Oh,
is
yeah,
not
yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
not a thing you can
He
rationally.
wants to. He and Douglas Murray,
Yeah,
they both want to defend colonialism.
yeah, but and it's not a stance you can morally defend. Like not at least in the West, because the funny thing with Israel is they absolutely want to remind us all the time that they are like us, like we are part of the West, we are the only democracy there. But when you look at them, it's an ethno state.
Singapore is a democracy.
Like yeah, Singapore is a democracy. It's
Singapore
more
is a democracy.
westernized.
Look at Malaysia. Look
And
at
it's
Indonesia.
like-
They're not perfect states, but look at
And
Indonesia.
like,
look
look,
at
I remember some years ago I saw a French guy, a doctor, a
Mm.
Jewish guy, and he went to Israel to move.
Mm,
And he said, I stayed there like 2 years
mm.
and I came back to France because what I saw there was not a society. These people are insane.
Yes.
This guy was very, you could tell he was an intellectual, like very, you know, he was a doctor of medicine, very, very nice guy. It
Mhm.
was like, I was mortified.
You know the recent thing going on, right?
Mm.
A year ago, people were claiming at the jails in Israel because they wanted to go in
And rape
the prisoners.
Yeah.
Soldiers were raping male prisoners, female prisoners,
Female,
child
yeah.
prisoners, everyone, right? They're raping the main prison. It breaks a man, right? That's
Mhm.
the whole ideology behind it. Plantation owners used to do this to black slaves in Jamaica. They would
Mm.
they would get everyone out.
Hmm.
They would get the strongest black man,
Yeah.
publicly rape him
Hmm.
for hours,
Hmm.
break him. This is your strongest black man. We broke him.
Mm.
He's our bitch now.
Hmm.
And that's how you broke the slave population.
Hmm.
This is what they're doing to Palestinian
Yeah, like
main
these-
prisoners.
This girl, this woman, the she leaked the video.
Yeah, she's not a girl. She's the head.
Yeah, she's the head of.
She's
yeah.
a proper like judicial
Yeah.
commission head, and she
And
leaked the video.
They are threatening her.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
like-
this goes
like
worse
they
than
want
that.
to
No.
kill her,
Yeah, yeah. So they're raping these guys,
Mm.
prisoners, and right now she blew the whistle,
Hmm.
and now they're going at her. She have taken her passport.
Yeah.
She cannot leave the country.
I know.
They're trying to run a trial
And
on
the
her
rapist is on TV
with victory
complaining.
signs. With victory signs.
Yeah,
And the
complaining.
whole populations are out on the court, and judges and
Yeah.
in front of the courts, like celebrating the soldiers who were raping. That society is messed up, where the
Hmm. Yeah.
masses come out, the soldiers raping other men and like celebrate.
You saw the
that?
video where they were trying to break into
Yeah,
the prison.
yeah, but that's almost a year more.
Yeah,
than
that was a year
ago
ago.
during
Yeah,
the war.
that was during the war.
I knew it then, but like,
But what is this obsession with raping? It's so weird.
but
Like
this
it's
is
so
this is
deranged.
it's a complete society where you have convinced them that another part of a human
Mm.
being population is beneath you. It's not human.
Mm.
It's a cockroach. That's what happened when you do it, and then ethnic cleansing becomes easy.
Mm.
This is what happened in Nazi Germany.
But even the Nazis were not that vicious.
This is just,
Like
I don't
even
know. It's
them-
like 3,000 years of anger getting out on this poor population
Yeah.
or something. They have become mad dogs there.
Mm.
There is no limitation. No.
Mm.
When Abby Smith went there for her project documentary Empire Files 3 years ago, she's been on Joe Rogan a few times as well. One of the best documentaries I've ever seen on Israel. Because she just didn't bother with the political thing at all. She just went on street, talked to teenagers.
Mm.
That's it. What do we do with Arabs? Kill them, burn them, this, that.
Mm.
It was insane.
Mm.
It's not fabricated. No one is feeding. It's just kids and men and women, educated men and women on the street.
Yeah.
and the things that come out of their mouth
Hmm.
are like, what? This is years ago. This is at least like
Yeah,
4 or
I
5
know.
years ago. She made an Empire Files.
You seen I think there was a Vice journalist. He went to Jerusalem before the war,
Oh.
and he was like, "Where's the green line? I'm looking for the green line."
Mhm.
And he asking this to the Israeli, and they're like, "There's no green line. There's no. It's a delimitation between the Jewish area and the Palestinian." And they're all very like fuck off. Like there is no green line. Like so mean, you know.
Their soldiers in Israel have no idea of political correctness at all.
No, they don't.
There are so many instances of journalists or some politicians from some countries have gone there and they just go at you.
Mm.
Leave everything alone. You have seen this probably. From Macron to your previous French presidents have gone into Jerusalem to visit that church, which is technically French soil in middle of Jerusalem. And they are pushing away French presidents.
Yeah. Chirac.
Chirac.
He was very mad.
Macron as well. Macron has
Macron?
gone through this
Okay.
as well. There's a whole video.
But Chirac was very mad.
And Chirac
He
was a big
like,
dude.
Yeah, he was
like
he was
6'4"
tall.
or 6'5" or some
he was
shit.
tall.
And
And he
he's
was
yelling
not
at-
taking shit because he was from the old generation.
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
not like
Go-
diplomacy.
the Gauls
yeah.
generation, right? So they are going into their own church in Jerusalem, and they don't take shit.
And
It's
he
not
was
like
so
mosques
mad.
which are being demolished right now. Churches as well and Christians as well are getting killed left and
Yeah.
right. Because in Jewish tradition, all of us are shit. I think a lot of times when they talk about Islam so much, there's a jihad and they're actually projecting. In Islam, this is all Ahl Kitab. Christians and Jewish are the people of. There is even marriage is illegal. And Jihad Akbar is actually the jihad is like the struggle that you do within your soul. Jihad Asghar, the smaller jihad, is on the level of countries and states and all of that kind of stuff. And they don't even. I don't understand what has happened to basic logic in the world. No one takes into account the basic reactionary. You have gone into Middle East, you fucked around for 30 years, then 9/11 happens. There were every indication. You read the book Ghost Wars, probably one of the most detailed studies of how 9/11 happens. Osama bin Laden's time is North Africa, in Afghanistan. The warnings were all there. Kenya bombing, FBI building in 98. Their agenda was remove Christian military bases from the most holiest of holy Saudi Arabian land, and stop supporting Israel and killing of Palestine. It was not about beer or Western women wearing dresses. Indications were all there. You fucked around in a place for 30, 40 years. And then there was a reaction. Is it justified? Is it a good thing? No. No killing of innocents is good, no matter what reason. But that doesn't mean it's not logical to expect something happening.
It's not
You're gonna push people,
Yeah,
they're gonna push back.
It's not coming from nowhere. Like
Yeah.
it's just
You keep pushing
logical
people, they're gonna
human.
push back.
when you look at the West Bank right now, what they're doing, the videos.
Oh yeah.
You have these children, 10, 11 years old, just harassing women in the West Bank, burning like houses and stuff. And I'm like,
Destroying. Yeah.
there's no Hamas there.
There's not. But that's the
Like,
thing.
what's your?
Their argument becomes blatant and all. But that's the thing. Two and a half years ago, people were like, how long this will last? This will last as long as they want it to. This is an eradication. There's only one final end. They will win.
Yeah, absolutely.
They will
yeah.
not be Palestinians
No, yeah.
in Israel. This is the
Yeah,
way
yeah,
it is.
That's how it is.
If your argument is, do I like this? No, it's not. Some
They've
people get
been
pissed off
winning against all odds for
a while. It's
since
not,
the 46. You know.
This is a simple question. Who's stopping them? Russia can't go there.
not
China
happening.
can't go there. America cannot go there.
Not happening.
Turkey is not stopping them because Turkey is going to take land for its own, the northern land, Kurdish and Mosul. Egypt not stopping them. Emirates and Saudi Arabia are not interested. The Qatar attacks like really shook them, but that's why they're looking for security in China as well and Pakistan as well. They have nukes there. They're gonna basically own nukes in Pakistan. No one is gonna. Who's gonna stop them? And why? States do not operate on morality. Never have. It's no one's interest. Nvidia, for example, 30,000 employees. When this thing started, they had 1,200 Israeli employees. The core of their some of the GPUs, the latest GPUs, which the whole world depends on right now, they're coming from Israel. Why would anyone go there? They have, almost like Taiwan, they have made themselves essential in every AI, drone, technology, semiconductor, software, any market that you name, which is essential. They have made themselves essential in those markets. Nvidia just bought a company from Israel for like 700 million. It was an AI venture.
Yeah.
$700 million. It was a startup. Like, no one is stopping them. You're just going to witness this whole thing. And there's so many other things happening. Congo has been burning for decades. Sudan thing is happening, which is insane. They're raping kids as young as 1 or 2 years old right now in Sudan. The world has gone completely fucking crazy. And it's such a contrast. I don't think anything changes. I think 1885 conference where Bismarck is talking about, or 75 is talking about splitting up Africa with the European power. Nothing has changed. If you look in the Western nations or China or wherever, we are exponentially going ahead in technology. It looks like alien world approaching. Then you look at Palestine, you look at Sudan, you look at Afghanistan, you look at all these places, and it's like we're in cave. It doesn't make a difference because that's how the world has always operated. West won. Sometime from 1200 to 1600, they won. Post-Mongol invasions, beginning of the start of Renaissance, they won. And now they're too far ahead. Maybe for not China, but for everyone else, they're too far ahead. And it's like I always envision like there are these hubs in the world where future of humanity is being decided. And there are these giant pipes going to every part of South America, the whole African continent. And all is just a funneling of massive resources going into those hubs where the actual decision of civilization's future is going to be decided. Are we gonna just burn up and all that? This brings me back to Graham Hancock's Atlantis ideas and all of that stuff. Imagine the world becomes more and more primitive, 70%, just becomes a resource hub for mining and everything else. And civilization becomes more and more narrow and certain to very specific areas. And if those specific areas get very destroyed by a natural calamity, the rest of the world doesn't know what the fuck to do. Let's say if the whole world gets destroyed, it's only Africa right now. How are they going to make semiconductors, which Taiwan is making?
Not happening.
Not happening. How can they run AI with the GPUs? How can they run GPUs without the semiconductors made from TMSC in Taiwan? They can't. The world is so massively dependent on each other right now.
It's such centralized. So it's like
I'm reading this book, The Thinking Machine. It has blown my brain.
The guy from Nvidia.
Dude, it's just...
What's his name again?
Jensen Huang. But it's not about him that I mean, since yesterday, for the first time in 4.5 years, I'm discouraged from reading books. I don't know what I'm doing or why. Let me just get you something. So, right, there's some facts. For Intel, for example, Nvidia is 20 times the size of Intel now. They have destroyed Intel.
Intel destroyed itself, mostly.
Well, no one saw it coming apart from Nvidia, right? So, and in 2024, in a single day, when the market opened after the press conference, Nvidia accumulated $277 billion of market capitalization.
Yeah.
Single biggest market capitalization in the history of humanity. Their GPUs, the world cannot run so TMSC, which is the Taiwanese company which makes the most advanced semiconductors in the world, in the TMSC factory, which is in Taiwan. They have few other places they have factories on, but not for the most advanced things. If they get fucked, everyone is fucked, right? They're making I didn't know this, in Phoenix, Arizona, they're making a factory of 1,100 acres.
Yeah.
Which is not going to be a replacement, but they're going to build very massive semiconductors, 2NC, 3NC, 4NC, exactly there. Intel is making a $30 or $60 billion campus in America. I forgot where. I think I wrote it down. Or maybe I didn't. They're making one. Trump just unveiled $500 billion Stargate.
Yeah.
Right?
Stargate.
Which is going to be essentially a massive data center for OpenAI. They have to build the infrastructure to actually supply the electrical supply for this, because nothing like this has been done in human history.
I was looking at
the electrical supply is also already going to be so insane. It's going to be more than what probably the whole country uses, essentially, apart from the AI data centers. They're building that. I think it's going to be done in 3 to 4 years or something.
I was reading the other day about electricity capacity they need, and they will need to build something like 70 nuclear reactors.
Yeah,
for the needs.
Yeah, Musk is saying
within-
making a
within 10
gigagate
years.
factory for that as
A
well.
giga, yeah.
He's trying to get involved in that
Yeah.
as well. I can go into facts and the facts, but the issue is the statements these guys make. So he was doing this interview with a guy called Hauko, who basically made the Nvidia headquarters, which are like these three triangle, very futuristic projects. There's Jensen Huang, and he's talking about basically you don't need to make revenue from creating a building in the future. What you will basically do is run them like operations. AI will get feed data every day from all the employees, and in the night in Omniverse you will change structural designs, and by morning in automated way you will supply them on your buildings. You will run buildings and operation costs. So what Nvidia did is, for I don't know if people don't know, they were the gaming card company like AMD and Radeon and all of that shit. So into 2012, 2013, they started manufacturing these chips, GPU chips, which could do a lot of parallel processing, which no one was doing. And they were burning money on it because it wasn't really required. But then they start promoting it. They basically created a thing before there was a need for the thing. And then they started giving them to scientists and all of this who really needed those parallel processing, thousands of threads processing. And everyone thought neural networks were bullshit, like making a machine think like almost like a brain. And in 2013, this guy proved that neural networks can work if you have these GPUs. And then the boom starts of AI. They double down, they go more and more and more. Some of these chips which are being made right now, I posted a story. Their capacity to process data per minute is what the entire traffic of internet is.
Yeah.
He has this thing, a spine with 24 GPU slides inside, talking to each other simultaneously, and they can process the same amount of data in a minute. That's the entire
internet
fucking traffic of internet.
Right.
Which is insane.
Mind blowing.
It's unimaginable. I used to have a 30 gigabyte hard drive. I used to buy that, a HDD hard drive.
Yeah.
For someone like me, I saw 24 gigabytes. That was big for us. When 1 terabyte hard drive came, my mind was blown. Then they started bringing out SSD hard drives. So I don't know if you remember, like in computers, it used to be a base HDD hard drive, big one, and then a small 128 gigabyte SSD for faster. So you put your operating system on that and storage, and exactly, and storage on that, right?
And then your movies on there. HDD.
This is where they're going.
Yeah.
So neural networks are now a reality. I think a brain has 100 trillion synapses. Within 2 to 3 years, they're going to make a model of AI right now, which is a reality now. This is not if, it's just now a matter of a year or two, which is going to have the same synapses as a human brain. What is the use of us anymore then? We are going to make a human brain in 1 to 2 years max. Once that is done, the evolution shifts to silicon. Your brain is not gonna grow as fast as that silicon will in the next 5 to 6 years. Right now, on silicon wafers, the basic idea is probably everyone who had ever done software engineering has a basic idea of a logic gate. 1 and 0, if this is it's like basic if condition, right? You just impose that on and then it became smaller and smaller and smaller. There's a very interesting book called The Chip War. If you want to read about Taiwan's monopoly, but also how we got there from 1950s to now. These basically light printing machines, which create pathways on the wafer by light machines. By the way, America stopped their export to China. China is literally 10 years behind right now in this one thing. They have no other solution than Taiwan. That's the other problem. They can't invade Taiwan. If they do and they can't take over the factories, they're fucked. And American generals have said point blank, we will not allow to take them over the infrastructure in Taiwan, even if it means World War III. That cannot happen. The day that happens, we are fucked. That's the only thing left, basically. Those factories, the specific one in Taiwan, are making wafers where the electrical pathways are 1 atom apart. 1 atom. And now they're running into the problem. That's why the parallel processing helps. I forgot the principle of physics. They cannot make it any smaller because now they're at the place where electrical spheres of both pathways will start interfering with each other.
Yeah.
You cannot go smaller than that now. Physically, it's impossible now because there will be data loss, data corruption now. So you can't go smaller than that. That's why if you've seen Jensen Huang's presentation, he goes more in parallel. This chip and this chip, we combine it to make this chip. It's parallel, it's talking. That's why he's making the spine thing, right? because they have hit a physical limitancy, and that's why they're going parallelism so hard. And that's why they're basically it's a chip design company. That's what Nvidia is. They design and envision the chips, and then chips get manufactured probably mostly in Taiwan and some other facilities depending on their complexity. But they just gave these field awards of mathematics, Nobel Field Awards, to these two guys. One was about laser propagation, to identify something's mass in space. Something else was a biological suspension. I forget the details. But both of them, they don't deserve those awards. And they've said that. What they did is just use massively expensive, deep neural networks running on Nvidia's GPUs. We have reached a point. There's no, like, I wrote down the name of this because I probably, Project Strawberry. Project Strawberry is something their OpenAI is doing. I don't know if you know about this.
I don't know.
So they're doing this with Nvidia, and Project Strawberry is basically specifically designed for rational thinking, not human consumption. It's going to go 10 to 9 layers deeper than any normal chat GPT, and it's going to analyze mathematical problems. So essentially, if you give enough money, every mathematical proof that you can ever imagine will be solved, can be solved now. Just a matter of money. Nvidia has reached a point where they're not even letting you buy their GPUs that much. They just lease them.
Yeah, they do.
Like you know that you're
GeForce Now, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right?
You're
but that's for
leasing
the
them.
gaming level. But they are giving them out to countries now.
Yeah.
This is a data center. We are
all
running
doing this,
500,000
Trust me,
GPUs there. What do you want to solve?
Yeah.
That thing can solve space travel, every genetic thing that you can imagine.
Yeah.
Basically, genetic manipulation, it has become easier in the last 4 years because of this, because it takes one mass and it can just tell you everything about the genome.
Like the issue of folding, which
Yeah.
was protein folding was
Yeah,
extremely difficult
because
for decades.
because the permutations for those are in millions of trillions.
But if you run
Nothing
enough,
can solve them, but now they can.
if you run enough compute at them, eventually,
So
like
now,
AlphaFold from
yeah,
Google,
exactly.
they found
So they can actually manipulate genetics and create whatever the fuck they want to do in human beings, by the way, just so we're clear. It's also sometimes my audience member like, no, they haven't done cloning. Are you nuts? They probably did that 8-10 years ago. They were cloning sheep. Why would they not clone a human being in some Chinese laboratory or American? They have done more awful things with Chaos and MK Ultra programs 70 years ago. What makes you think they are not going to do this? Well, they have the capability. That is an insane thing to think, that they will not be doing this. Why? Morality? For the people who drop nuclear bombs. Morality. Like, sometimes people make my brain go nuts. Like, So, the issue I have been having since yesterday is this. Like when you read books, among other things, one of the purposes is to accumulate knowledge which can refine your thinking. So you have a CPU in your brain, intelligence essentially. You're giving it more and more data sets as you would do to a neural network. So you can make better decisions. You can understand life better, people better, everything better, right? That's one of the purposes. Apart from the other effects, okay, it makes you calm down, it makes you think, it slows down. Sure. But the major component of consuming knowledge
practical
is making better decisions, making that better processing,
right,
raising your intellectual capacity. This has more than I can ever have now. And it's a losing race, because from what I'm reading, we are not even in the same realm anymore. So my dilemma is, AI is picking strawberries in the cotton fields. They're making cruise missiles and they're making cars. They are going to be working on genetics. They're going to be doing most of this work. They're going to be writing code better than I can ever dream of writing code.
Yeah.
Right? They are going to be able to think for themselves to a limit. I mean, there's always
when you
a
think of interfaces like Neuralink,
that's another whole
That's
other
a
ball.
whole
There's a
different
whole other ball game.
but I feel like we're going to enter into post-humanity.
I think we already have, Matthew. I think people, just because we are not seeing this in our daily life around us, we think because it's centralized around 5 or 6 places on Earth, it doesn't matter in this case if it's in your daily life or not. We already have. So LeCun versus Benjio, these AI giants who are always fighting about What's the probability of AI taking over the world? Benji says 20%. Lacoon has been maintaining 0%, and one of them is the head of the Meta AI verse. And they're massive people in this industry,
Yeah, I
right?
know. Yeah, Nikon.
So they have been debating about AI taking over, etc., etc. 100 people have 100 different opinions. Jensen Huang thinks AI is not going to take over. We are fine, essentially. No one knows for sure, of course. No one knows. But even if you do not get into this post-apocalyptic scenario about AI taking over the world, blah, 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 what is our role here in the next 20 years? And I'm not talking about some village guy in Sri Lanka or Pakistan or even some central area of town of France. Okay, normal people will get affected a bit later. True. But what we were talking about in last podcast, either you opt out of civilization or you go completely in.
Yeah. But I'm not even sure now if there's a place for you in. I'm thinking.
No. That's okay. Exactly. Okay, that's the other thing. Is there a place for us in? I don't mean that we become 100 billionaire company. I don't mean that.
No.
You're not
But
going to become
I
Jensen
don't mean
Huang.
that. But like, maybe you're thinking, because we're thinking, like some programmers will be. If you start using AI now, you will be a programmer and you will be using AI and you will be like in the top 10% and then you will be safe. I'm not even sure if it's realistic anymore.
No, it's not. I'm not thinking that at all. People management and all of that, some extent, sure.
Maybe.
Programming, at the very least, it will be like they were 50, now they're 2 programmers. Guys who are basically just making sure everything is assembled right. They're not really needed. It's a consolation type of thing for organizations, probably. Some legal action will come into. I don't mean this at all. I mean, I am, at this point, I am sure, unless for some territorial geopolitical reason World War III breaks out, Taiwan or Russia, Pakistan, I don't know, whatever, take your pick. If that doesn't happen, the world will change so significantly. It's already changing so significantly. These projects, when they start kicking in, by that time, new ideas will be coming in with AI.
Right.
The problem is there's no upper limit to what you can solve with this. And when there's no upper limit, people will come up with what the upper limit is. I think we will be mining shit on asteroids soon. Because think about it, what is space travel apart from engineering? Engineering is not the issue. We have enough raw materials to build whatever the fuck we want. It's about design, right? Why is the design difficult? Okay, this propulsion doesn't survive there. What do we do? It's basically running mathematical problems and engineering problems through computers and computational powers and coming up with new ideas all the time. Now you have resources to do that on steroids. And he personally gifted the first one, DXI one, I think, to Elon Musk and Stanford University or something. All of these facilities, that's the other thing that pisses me off, that we are so far behind. They're very small hubs on the planet where the most of this work is being done. Very protected areas, right? Where this work is being done. I think in that world, if you want to survive, you need to start thinking now what that AI centralized world will need then. I am not talking about becoming better programmers. I am thinking about things completely out of the box, which would work then. There will be a massive need then. There's not a need now. And you start betting. You start betting on that dream now, predicting this is the world going to be. There's no way around it. Computational problems are not going to be a problem. They're just going to get solved. They're going to get fixed. In Asimov's world, there are like 3 things, right? There's people know Foundation series. Foundation series starts with a coming collapse of a galactic human empire. So before that, there's a series which is called Empire, which is more about politics and how empire grows and grows and grows, takes more and more planets, right? Before that, there's a series called the Robots series. Robots series is about this detective. Like robots and human beings live together. There were some wars and conflicts. Robots are occupying some other smaller planets now. Humanity is on the big planet. They're on the other planets. And they think of us as unclean and all that. And then there's a race called Spacers, who are human beings who really were like, we are going to go with tech. We are not going with you. And they have physiologically changed because of their time spent in space and all that. Okay. That's a robot series. It's more about their interactions, the robot interactions with the human beings interaction. But before the robot series, there are a lot of set of stories he wrote. I, Robot is one of them. The 3 laws of robotics,
Robots.
which is the beginning. They all encompass into this book. I have it here. It's called The Complete Robot. It's like a set of maybe 20 to 25 stories. For example, it's a story about on asteroid, their mining operations, only people mining there are robots, right?
Yeah.
Basic. But one of them becomes capable of thinking. The rules are not applied correctly on his semiconductors, or they get flushed. Something like that, basically. There are these set of stories which describe the rise of AI or the rise of robotics or the rise of whatever, a secondary intelligence. One of those stories are about space travel. Like, I think sci-fi is fascinating because it's dictating what we should build. It was written by these retired veteran World War II GIs 70 years ago. William Gibson and all these guys who started it in the 1950s and 60s, right? Why are we making robots? Ask yourself, why the fuck? We are making very good ones now. China just unveiled it where the CEO had to go down and cut the pants to show it's a real robot. It was walking so smoothly. I don't know if you saw the video.
No, I didn't.
Dude. Okay, we're gonna take a second. That robot walks better. Like, he looks more human than me when he walks. Wait. It was so unrealistic. People on the stage basically said this is not real. Robot, China, walk, unreal.
And it looks like an actual leg.
Exactly. They had to cut it open to show this is mechanical polyester, all of it. Because people, look at the walk.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this.
But maybe that's an amputee. I don't know.
That's a robot? A robot walks like that?
Yeah.
We went from those dog things like falling over to this within a few years.
I remember what's the name of this company in the US that was famous for robots. You know, they made the dog and everything. I don't remember the name. But famous, and everyone was laughing at them.
Exactly.
And I was thinking, in 5 years, you won't be laughing.
No one is laughing now.
Because they can do things like
Dude, they were flipping over and landing and all that shit. They're doing gymnastics.
And the only thing I was thinking
right
was, if you put an M16 into this thing's arm,
how long do you think that's gonna take?
And you throw like 100 of them on the battlefield in Ukraine, like what's going on? Just with drones, like connected to drones.
You drop them. You give them a parachute. You drop them wherever you want to drop them.
And they have eyes in the sky, like they are connected in real time to drones.
And you give them extremely heavy metal exterior.
Yeah.
Right?
Or just
a small AI GPU running in their brain for computational and decision making.
Yeah.
You are fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked. Yeah. Because these things,
their reflexes will be better. They will have statistics of every human being, how they operate when they enter a building, trying to professional
and they communicate with each other. Like, I died there because of this guy in this building.
Give them 80 hours of Navy SEAL training and every single book ever written about Navy SEAL training. They will consume that in 2 minutes and then they'll fuck you up.
They have no fear, like everything is logical, you know?
Neural networks is operating like, you remember Matrix 1? I know Kung Fu.
I know Kung Fu. Yeah.
That's how this shit is going. It's insane that we are already here. This My point is, why are we making robot? We are not making a robot because we thought that's the best physical structure to build with some sort of an intelligence in it to do things. We are building it because some sci-fi writer 70 years thought the word robot. And he said, we will make humanoids in our own vision. It's the literature enforcing reality in 70 years. It's a paradox. He wrote them for a book, The Laws of Robotics. They are actually applied in real robotics.
In real life,
He wrote the story. Before he could tell us that, okay, spacers went into other planets and we started colonizing before Foundation, before Empire. How did you start colonizing the planets? Right now, it's not cost feasible. How are you going to Alpha Ventura, the other galaxy, the closest galaxy? How are you doing all this? Then the question will come, what we have been talking about for our whole lives in sci-fi, warp. Warp drives near, at the very least, if not post-light, like converging black holes and traveling through them, at the very least, near light speed space travel, right? That is not going to happen by combustion.
No way.
Combustion is just not going to, and that's what we relied on. All the rockets are combustion. Refined combustion, whatever fuel you're using, but it's combustion. It's not going to get you there. And in that story, they're trying to solve this problem for 8 years. And eventually, one of the leading female doctors who's also present in iRobot series.
Mm.
She becomes older and older. I don't remember the details, but it's a robot
Mm.
that ends up creating the warp space equation for them.
Mm.
And that's what I mean. The next stage of human evolution is not going to be, I think, because of human evolution. It's because we're going to make something
Yeah, that's going to.
that is going to do it for us. And I don't think it's that singularity AI which we always talk about. By the way, Jensen Huang said that's 2-3 years away. That's a separate topic. I don't think that's in future. I think that's already been done. These GPUs who can solve any mathematical problem on Earth, who are already breaking down every genome problem that we have, which is insane, by the way. For those who don't know, this is in thousands and millions of trillions of permutations. Those genetic problems are insane. I think we have already made the infrastructure to solve those problems. And I think normal public will not know it. But those problems, you really think that the biggest organizations in the world who have access to massive data centers and corporations and governments are not working on advanced space travel right now? Why wouldn't they be? Why wouldn't they fund one department to do this? Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
That's the next frontier. All the nickel, iron, core, everything that you need, from Elon Musk to Oracle, the head of Oracle for everything, it's all there. I think we are a lot ahead of what we think we are at. I don't think normal people realize where they see this guy in leather jacket showing them a chip. I don't think they understand the reality. Like it was his quote yesterday. I posted it in a story that what you talk about sometimes with me, that you will just sit and you will, at a click of a button, you'll be able to create your own reality. Your movies, your videos, your TV shows, your music.
Yeah.
And this is the thing which has been confusing me about my books. At the click of a button, I'll have the best books designed for me, better written than any Dostoevsky novel. Kafka is nothing. This is the thing that we don't accept as human beings because of our bias.
I think because also AI has been a bit underwhelming in the day-to-day use, like LLM are a bit.
But that's the thing. We are not using those.
Yeah,
AI.
we're not using the. Like it's a different.
And also, how many Pakistanis do you think have paid for a license to use ChatGPT 4 or for Ominous or all of those things?
Yeah.
Who's paying like 50 euros a month? None of them are paying that. Who has tried those AIs? Which are, by the way, not the most advanced AIs.
No, it's not.
They're the open AI consumer-facing things.
Yeah.
ChatGPT was made later. GPT-2 was made before. GPT-2 is something else. ChatGPT is just the interface on top of it for normal consumers, for linguistics.
Yeah.
That problem was solved a bit later. How many people have used them?
Not so much.
I think we are way far ahead, and that's what I mean by the books thing. I want to understand what's happening. I want to be a part of the future. I think this is not the future. The hours that will be spent in the next 5 years doing this should be going on something else entirely. I'm forming this opinion. I'm not done yet. But it's like, have you read Watchmen? You've read Watchmen, right?
I did.
I always remember this quote. The character of Dr. Manhattan. He's telling the story of his family, and he says, "My father was a watchmaker. And the day Einstein said time is relative, he stopped making watches." It's like this. It's like I feel like I'm an ape, and someone has just told me the way I'm reading this thing, the way my imagination is going, is like someone has told me an asteroid is coming.
Yeah.
So that cave drawing that I was doing is pointless now because the asteroid is coming.
And do you remember when Elon Musk, not so long ago, he was at Doge and he had some tension with Trump. And like he said this as a way of, because he quit Doge, right? He quit, he stopped being so involved. And it sounded a bit like a cop because he said, I want to focus on AI now. I want to focus on XAI.
Yeah.
Because trying to optimize the US budget is ridiculous. It's like trying to clean your room when you see an asteroid coming.
Exactly.
And he was like, I'm just wasting my time trying to fix this stupid issue of budget while I should be on AI doing the actual thing that matters. And it sounded a bit like, Musk trying to
Dude.
save the day and saying, "Oh no, I'm just
No,
quitting."
I think he's tried. He's
But I
for
think,
real.
yeah, I think,
He realized a bit later though.
yeah.
In 2000, like OpenAI wasn't made now.
Hmm.
It was made years ago. It was made a decade ago, and it was made by. It was made as a very weird kumbaya type of project, not like centralized by funds from everyone.
Yeah.
Microsoft had money in it. Musk had money in
put
it. Musk had like 44 million in
Yeah.
it. It had money, and then obviously we knew
Mm.
later when that Altman thing happened, and they tried to get rid of him and all that shit.
Mm.
He wrote them an email in
Mm.
2014 or 15, which is disgusting.
Mm.
And you're like, I'm just. He was really disappointed in their progress,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
And he also had conversation with Huang. There's a very famous video of 2014 in Elon Musk and Huang, because Elon Musk tweeted basically that AI is going to destroy the world, doom, shoom, the typical tweet that he does. And then they were on the stage together. And this is the guy who's building the infrastructure for AI. But it's not proven yet. It's 2014, right? And he on the stage tells Musk, you said this and this will happen to the world by AI.
Mm.
And Elon Musk, all he said was, no, I said there's a probability. He didn't want to engage. But then later people saw them talking for 50 minutes straight in a street with each other, throwing off ideas. Like bang, 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 bang. I think he realized that 2014, 15, wait, I'm 2-3 years behind this shit. I need to go in now. Like that famous video where the head of Oracle is saying that me and Elon Musk are just in a diner eating lunch with Jensen Huang and begging him for GPUs. Just give us the GPUs to do what we need to do. That's where they are. They're begging them. Tesla requires them. SpaceX will require them. Oracle's data centers will require them. Microsoft will require them. Intel will everyone will require them. Does require them. The Stargate center they're making, they're not going to use GPUs only from Nvidia. They're also going to use processors, GPUs from their primary competitor, although a lot smaller, AMD, who's still somehow miraculously in business and trying to catch up.
Right.
I'm going to just read you this thing. Like, this is the writer who's been tailing him for years now, right? Writing the book. And he said, I gazed out towards the Caltech turtle pond. All of the scientists here, all of this brain power superseded in an instant by a zillion nestled transistors. And then what happened? Did we give the Fields Medal to a computer? Did we arrive at a unified field theory in physics, which is one of the biggest unicorns, by the way, right? Which can happen now. I thought of Pascal's gears turning for the first time to produce a mechanical calculation, but Jensen has already conquered arithmetic. Now his machines would assault reason itself. That fucking last line is like a slap in the face.
I'm wondering if we're going to destroy all of it. The minute we start working, we're going to say, you know what? Fuck that.
I don't think so. The ego of a human being is an unchecked monstrosity.
It is.
If this is possible, what you're saying, why the fuck didn't we just destroy all the nukes?
Yeah.
Why didn't we destroy the nukes? For 75 years now? 80 years now? 81 years now? Why didn't we destroy them?
Well, it's a way for the countries that have him to say, we're still above.
Soviet Union made that thing where you could trigger those string of nuclear explosions just by the vibration on earthquake when they were so afraid that America is going to attack, which did not even require human input, right? Human ego is unchecked.
They never did it, but they thought of it, the Doomsday Machine.
No, they did it.
No, they didn't.
They officially even still do not deny which doesn't exist probably now, but they officially even do not deny it even now that it doesn't exist right now.
But they say they never did because it was too much of a
No, Medvedev is on record. Medvedev, the president of Russia, is on record.
Yeah, but I think they say they never
Who knows for sure, really. But the point is still...
I mean, the whole point is to tell the world you have it, right?
Exactly. And then the world is fucked.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know if we got evolved, if we got made, but however we came to be, there's this thing in us which constantly wants to go somewhere, move forward. Whether it's a Zikaria Stichin who's like, we are just spliced ape monkeys designed to get all the gold from the crust. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's the Abrahamic religions. Maybe it's the broken theory of evolution with all those missing parts from Darwin and Dawkins and all these guys. But one thing's for sure, we have this thing in us. is unchecked.
Mm.
We want to go somewhere.
Mm.
We don't know where it is. And we're going to take every risk we physically can. And we don't
Mm.
stop. Like everyone, I posted a story, then I deleted it. Everyone is talking about the morality of AI these days on Instagram.
Mm.
When they did that Gilby Studio things, everyone was up in arms.
Mm.
It's morality. We will not use AI. Same way you never wanted to use internet.
Mm.
Same way that you were telling everyone, like the whole planet tells everyone we are addicted to our phones. All of you have a phone. All of you have social media. How many of you have ChatGPT on your phones, on laptops? How many signups were there for ChatGPT 3 worldwide? The biggest sign up in the smallest amount of time ever.
Yeah.
Few 100 million signups
Right.
in a matter of a month, right?
I mean, you have morals until you don't, right? It's
You had no. You have morals until convenience arrives.
Yeah, until convenience arrives.
And human beings will resist convenience for only a time. They will almost always, in general,
But
fall
also,
for.
someone is going to push you anyway.
Yeah,
Like
but
I
that's a
told
human
you-
society.
I told you about the French army, right? Before war in Ukraine, there was a big debate. Like for years, they were debating: should we use drones in war?
Okay.
And there was like debating, like they had a choice. They were like, "Oh, we don't think it's moral to use drones for combat, maybe for reconnaissance."
Nothing about war
And I
is
was
moral.
thinking, the moment you go to war and the enemy in front of you is going to
You'll
throw
make it.
drones with bomb attached to
You'll
it,
make it.
you will make it, and you will make it so that it's better and
It kills their drones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you don't get to choose.
War and weaponry is an escalation of with your competitor. They're gonna make this sword. I'm gonna make a better sword. They made these shields. I have to make
And
better
it's
shields.
absurd.
They have cavalry. I need to get armored cavalry. They have very heavy infantry. I need to get horse archers. It's the same way it always has been. Romans, whenever they used to face a military which gave them problem, they had to adopt something. They gave problems with the chariots. Let's get an auxiliary force of Scythian chariots with us sometimes when we go into this specific area. Oh, our legionnaires just got arrowed down in a Parthian desert when Crassus took the legions there. We need to have auxiliary forces of light cavalry to chase them down from the main heavy infantry. We have been equipped with this forever. This is how we operate. This is how we've always operated. Escalation results in more escalation. We do not stop. But these people who are making a moral stance on AI, you have adopted every single thing that has come out of the pipeline. Every ChatGPT 3, this is just the last 5 years, is completely adopted in all our industry, whether it's coding,
Like
whether
right now
it's scientific.
There's a lot of debate about CGI, like in AI in movies, right?
It's
And
not
everyone
gonna
is
matter.
bitching about
It's
like
not gonna matter.
Netflix released an official guideline about the use of AI in the productions. And I was playing yesterday on my laptop with AI models locally,
Okay.
and I was generating images and small videos, and I was amazed. I was like, I can just take that still image, and move the character around, like like a drawing, and it becomes animated
Jesus.
on my laptop in like 10 minutes with just running a few
Now imagine if you have
prompts.
a rack of 5 GPUs working in parallel.
Yeah,
Stuff.
I'm
Imagine.
thinking all this complicated CGI that takes weeks and thousands of compute, like tons of compute to work. And the hair is always difficult. You look at Avatar, for example,
Rendering and all, yeah.
which is the top of the top, right? It's pushing the envelope. And I'm like, AI can do this now.
The thing is, I don't even bother. Like years ago, I thought, okay, I need to learn programming in this area and this. I don't bother. You know why? Maximum 1 to 2 years later, I will have a web prompt and I will literally tell it, take these 5 books or 6 movies, make me this AI video in the next for half an hour, which is going to be this story. And the rendering will be better than any graphic I've seen in my life.
Yeah.
What's the point of learning all of this? I'm already behind.
I have, Berserk, right? You have a book here.
Which one?
Berserk, the manga.
Yeah, Berserk.
And they made movies, 3 movies, The Golden Age, which I like a lot. And they were criticized
By
a
the way,
lot.
for normal, don't watch it if you're lighthearted, please.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
it's
but the movies are good, right? But it's a bit like they use rotoscoping, they use some 3D, and it's a bit clunky. Like the first movie is it has some weird moments. And I'm thinking AI, I could just prompt that right now. And some people did that on YouTube. I don't know if you saw it. Like you can do Berserk on YouTube, AI Berserk.
There's gonna be, Matthew, so much content now.
Yeah.
This already was so much. It was beyond my ability. There's gonna be so much content that it's gonna become too personalized. We will not be able to.
I told you, like, you can
people
choose
are gonna,
exactly.
People are gonna do this. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
in 3 years you're gonna do this. Oh, you have seen this movie? This guy in Austria made this specific thing in like 10 minutes. This series, there's a whole like 800 episodes. You're gonna be like, let me send you this.
Yeah.
To your personal some media account where whatever I generate by my taste is there. And probably whatever I've made by my taste, my movies, my series, I can share with you. I can show them on a public thing. Maybe I can throw some money in it to promote it.
Yeah.
Maybe some of them will become mainstream and thousands and hundreds of thousands.
And people can.
I will become a director and a producer, basically.
Like able to be even tweak the movie to their liking. Like, oh, I'm not watching a 3 hours version. I want a 1 hour version.
New tooling will come in. You'll be able to create your own probably music for the movie, soundtrack for the movies. Lazy bastards like me will just use everything. And then there will be creators who will go deeper in and they tweak. Basically, everyone will be a movie director and a creative producer, and you'll be able to share with each other. And you'll be able to promote worldwide. So and some of these people, their movies will become a worldwide hit or something. That's what's going to happen.
I think we are ready for this for years.
Yes.
When you notice there's a thing, I always come back to this and I feel like I'm a crazy person. But people are starting using consuming for everything. The music you consume, the books you consume. We used not to say that. I was not consuming a movie before.
I was watching
it.
Yeah.
Now everyone is like, oh, I consume. Oh, what kind of movie are you consuming? And I'm like, when I watch, I don't know, Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
I'm not consuming it. I go and
it's a different kind of a space.
Like and the movie is not always nice to me. You know, it's not always trying to. Not every second is optimized for my comfort. Like some parts are a bit harsh and a bit tough to watch.
The French surrendering in Vietnam probably is tough for you to watch.
Yeah, but I have no sympathy for them. I have absolutely no sympathy for this. I mean, it's weird because to some degree you can sort of like them because it's like the past, right?
Yeah.
These people are ghosts. Yeah, this is what Coppola wanted to do.
Ghost of the end
ghost
of colonialism.
So to some degree you kind of feel like they don't have a place anymore. They are like you have, of course you have no sympathy for them, but all at the same time you kind of get it. Like, okay, they are lost.
You don't have to like things to understand them. That's what people don't get as well online. With like a lot of times with me, I'm talking about something and they're like, oh, so you like. You don't have to like or agree with things, but that doesn't stop you from understanding cause and effect.
But it makes you think, right? It's like you have empathy.
Yeah.
For them, no sympathy, but empathy.
Almost like, to me, they're almost like they were helpless.
Yeah, but in some point you'll be like, oh, I don't like this part. Just regenerate the movie without these people.
This is too politically incorrect.
Yeah. I just want to see something that makes me feel good all the time.
People redoing versions of Apocalypse Now and Godfather.
Like, oh, I don't like this part. Just remove it. I don't like it. Where it's give it
these characters from this race or this gender.
This race and this gay couple, I don't like it. Make it heterosexual, and at some point there's no.
But this is what I mean. Like, you know that world is coming.
Yeah.
There's no stopping it. It's all there. People are investing trillions. Nvidia's market capitalization right now is at $4.7 trillion.
Yeah.
Trillions.
I remember when Apple reached the $1 trillion valuation, and it was a big news.
There are three three biggest companies in the world right now: Apple, Microsoft, and Nvidia right now.
Yeah.
It's not Tesla or SpaceX. So or Amazon even. So they are making. He's so smart. He's making the physical hardware, designing the hardware structure with patents, obviously.
Yeah.
That's where the game is, right? Otherwise, manufacturing would be the richest of them all. Their revenue is more than the TSMC, the Taiwanese semiconductor company. Their revenue per year last year was like around 80 billion. Their revenue last year was like 130, 140 billion US dollars, Nvidia's. They are making the physical components on which this new world will be run. Everything will be run on AI data centers. You won't own it, you will lease everything, right? They're already leasing their GPUs. You're going to lease everything. The problem solving is going to be a thing of the past. And that's what I mean. When the problem solving becomes thing of the past, human brain's value will change. Your brain will not be valued for its ability to solve problems or intellectual capability. I think it will shift to the things that AI cannot do. You were talking about plumbers and electrician jobs. Even that won't last, by the way. But for now, yes, that for the next 10, 15 years at the very least. Until you start making miniature robots which are cost beneficial.
Yeah.
Then what? Then what's going to happen is you're going to call an electrician. The company is going to have like trucks which are going to be infused with 40 robots. Go to this address, drop one. Go to this address, drop one. Half an hour pass by, circle back, pick him up, infuse him here. It's going to be like these trucks are going to be running with like 30, 40 robots just.
Yeah. Like in iRobot.
Robot 0.3 to 1, you're online now for this.
You can even throw like 5 robots at one house and they all work in parallel, like
they go and they solve the problem.
They solve it in like 10 minutes.
And then they go away.
And they go out again.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to have that future, right? So computational power of the brain, that's what worries me about consuming all this knowledge. What am I doing it for now?
But I have a feeling you have an edge if you can still think by yourself and
But you'll have to moderate because there will be so much else to give time to.
Yeah.
In this coming, so the point I'm trying to come to is computational power of the brain, human brain, is not that valued anymore in general. On certain level, in niche markets or higher managerial levels, yes. Especially if you're doing project management, thinking about the future, something the machines are not allowed, etc., whatever you're doing. For most part, I think the money or the challenge or what we were talking about yesterday, fulfillment. Fulfillment comes from achieving something you saw. Let's say you bet on the future. I see this coming. I'm going to work towards it. I'm going to give it my all. And if it fails, it fails. But if it wins, that's your fulfillment. Not the one you get from love or family or children, or those are different pursuits. Like, right? But this basically, I think, is if you know that AI world is coming, you think about the secondary things that world will need in terms of the infrastructure. And you start working about the basic components of that. For example, if 25 years ago or 21 years ago, you knew that, for example, 70% of cars will become self-driving Tesla cars or electric cars, right? And I told you, you know what? They will need charging stations. What is going to be the base component of charging stations? You don't need a lot. Let's say you just need to know, Ali, they will need this piping or this valve.
Right.
And you bet on that. That's what I mean by the world is coming with a million opportunities. We are just talking, what about a portal which shares these ideas?
Yeah.
Shares this media, for example. And this is what I mean. You don't bet on AI. We cannot, first of all,
but you can bet on anything around
You're not going to be those programmers. You're not going to be those Jensen Hongs. Maybe you will be, but I won't, at least, let's say. You don't go towards that. You don't try to alter the world they're creating. That they're already creating. They're so far ahead, you won't catch up, especially sitting in Spain. You bet on the world that they're creating. You try to be a part of that world. You try to provide a service for that future world which doesn't exist anymore right now, but it will exist. That's what you bet on.
Have you watched The Big Short?
Yes.
You know Steve Carell's character?
Yes.
This guy, the real guy, has a YouTube channel. It's very good. He's doing interviews. He's talking about AI.
Okay.
And he's talking about The Big Short. Actually, he's like analyzing the movie. And
yeah.
It's very good. And he was talking to this guy about all of this AI and the ecosystem and like what does it mean. And the guy was talking, you can buy shares, not in Nvidia and all of this, but in companies like Cisco and another one, I forgot the name, which are going to provide all the cables and the racks.
And the routers and the racks for the GPUs.
And the fire suppression system, all of this.
Yes.
For like everything that is around that's going to hold these GPUs in place. This company took 25%.
Yeah, become a local provider of something in Europe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, yeah.
It will come to Europe.
Because Europe wants to be independent.
Yes. But that's what I've been racking my brain about since yesterday. I don't know where I'll talk to you, but the value I associated with this, my personal adventure, almost 4.5 years ago, The problem is the world is changing beneath my feet fast. What I do not want is a commitment I made for 10 years, which I'm still willing to do, by the way, and I still probably will do it. I do not want to be stuck in that promise so hard that I miss out on everything that's happening. We talked about it. We are not so old yet where we can retire. I want to be part of the future. I love that line from Matthew McConaughey's character in Interstellar. When he has that 3-dimensional time adventure and he falls through those bookcases, tries to give an indication to his daughter, and she ends up making the future of humanity. And he finally goes back to that satellite station with a fake farm and all that, a remake of his house. He takes a day. Then he's sitting on the chair. And this assistant or someone, because it's like a semi-museum type thing. And he's like, they're trying to show him what happened in the planet. Like after you left, the dust storms and this. And he's like, I'm not interested in what happened. Like personally, I am. Like I love history. But he said, personally, I'm not interested in what happened. Tell me where we're going. Tell me what you're planning. I want to be part of the future. That's all I'm interested in.
Right.
And that line never left me. Like there's still a part. I'm like weirdly stuck between past and future. Either I'm reading Epictetus and fucking Cicero, or I'm reading
everything about the Nvidia guy.
Exactly, right? Yeah. I'm at reading at the same time. I am reading Cicero right now. I'm reading Cicero, and I'm reading him. So I'm always stuck between past and present. And as much as I love the past and where we come from, I really want to be part of the future. And there's a worm in me which you right with me, like you know that I don't really code much and all that because honestly, I don't spend time on it. I don't spend time in learning anything about our web programming. Hasn't excited me for more than a decade. Because essentially all we are doing is just building a service to make some money. It's not complicated.
I mean, we have to make it difficult to make it exciting.
Yeah, but even that, then it becomes fake to me.
Yeah,
then it becomes fabricated.
Like
when Powell is like, I'm doing my personal project, I'm working on Rust, and I'm like, great, I would do it. But I need a finish line. I need a goal. You give me a goal, Ali. If maybe there's a pot of gold at the end or something. I need a reason, and then I'll do the difficult thing. But I'm not gonna do it just for enthusiasm. That's what I'm gonna. I'm not that guy. I'm not a guy for tech. But if you give me something at the end, a proper goal to be excited about, which can fulfill me as a person, then okay.
Right.
And I think these days this is what's triggering to me.
Yeah.
There's a world that is coming. We know it's coming. With a million opportunities as far as your imagination can go.
I feel like I was discussing with my friend Dylan the other day because we both miss Bitcoin hard. I mean, everyone miss Bitcoin. Everyone has a story about, I miss Bitcoin. But I was in 2012 in university, I told you, maybe. A friend of mine every day was talking about me about Bitcoin every day. He was like, hey man, you should be mining right now Bitcoin. Yeah. And I was like, fuck off. Don't talk to me about Bitcoin. It cost was worth $2.
Oh yeah, they were very cheap.
I was like, don't talk to me about Bitcoin. And he has friends. They have houses now, big houses in the countryside. Everything that you can dream of, because they held on Bitcoin and they're worth like 50 million now. And thinking, I miss the train. But there isn't a train right now. AI is a train and you have all of these opportunities.
But I get the thought behind it. The train thought, okay. But Bitcoin was at most, there were 2 or 3 extra opportunities when it comes to creating proof of concepts or rigs perhaps, etc. Yeah. But it was an investment opportunity. This is a whole world.
It's a whole world.
This can only be compared in my brain to the internet boom of 2000.
Yeah.
When internet came into being, it was not an investment opportunity, the .com bubble, which they were going to build a whole world.
Yeah.
I think since then, in tech, there are a lot of big booms.
And I think
but nothing is comparable to this other than .com. This is a whole world.
And people have no
millions
vision.
Of things.
People have no vision because they say, AI sucks.
No.
Because they try for 5 minutes and they ask some stupid question to ChatGPT.
People are winning Nobel Prizes.
But I was thinking, okay, but everything sucks at first. Like the internet was clunky.
Robots used to suck.
Yeah, robots, but like the internet it used to be clunky.
Yeah,
like,
56K modem. Cling, cling, cling.
Like you pick up the phone and you lose internet access.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it's up to us to take these raw tools
Mm-hmm.
and make something good around it. Like you build a product, quality product around these clunky
You were
tools.
talking about LLMs.
Yeah, LLMs. And like this guy, Peter Levels, I don't know if you know him.
Who?
Peter Levels is a guy, pretty famous on Twitter, like an entrepreneur type of guy, makes a lot of money.
Okay, no,
he
I
was
don't
one of
know.
the first guy to use AI models to make actual products. And he made, what's the name of it? He made a tool where you take a picture of your place and it generates with AI decorations.
Okay.
Very
Okay, I
straightforward.
got it.
And he makes a ton of money with that. And he's like, yeah, you just take the tool and you create a wrapper around this LLM
Mm-hmm.
and you make a nice product that people will use. You simplify it and then you make it work. A friend of mine wanted to use AI to generate images. And I told him, okay, you can just do that. You download this UI, you download this model, and you open your terminal and you run this command and it's going to open like a UI and you can prompt.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it was like so easy. Like it's so simple. You run the command in your terminal. And he looked at me like I was an alien. He was like, I'm not doing any of that. And I say, what do you mean? Like you just download this file, you open the UI, you load the model that you want, and you prompt and you work. And he was like, I don't want to do all of this. I just want to go to a website and prompt. And I was thinking, oh, I'm such a developer.
Exactly. People don't want this.
I'm so dumb.
It's also the generation. Like
Yeah.
you're from a little bit later, but my generation, like I'm in Pakistan, right? Video games are coming. They're illegal on pirated CDs.
Yeah.
I have CD-ROM. I have a computer. I have to make my own motherboard. I have to insert RAMs myself. I have to figure out which RAM am I using, SD RAM, SS RAM, whichever. I have to get a graphics card, figure out if it's compatible with the motherboard. I need to figure out which power supply will be able to give enough electricity for all of them to, instead of frying them. I need to correct CD-ROMs. I need to correct the floppy drives. I need to make this whole PC myself. Then I need to get cables. Then I need to run it. Mouses and keyboards used to work on these different wires, the AB wires. I don't know if you remember, with 4 dots in the middle, 5 dots in the middle.
We have a green one. And
So I'm making this whole thing myself. Now, in the CD, I'm copying the CD. Okay, now it cannot run on my computer. By the way, no one in Pakistan used to have a paid version of Windows. So I have a hacked window. Illegal, right? In India and Pakistan. So I'm running a hacked game on a hacked OS. You can't do that unless you know a shitload and you learn. I'm going to copy the file. It will have its own instruction set. I will have to Google a lot. Not Google, I have to research a lot on forums. I'll have to figure out which DLL file I need to copy, which I need to delete, which crack file I need to copy.
Use a keygen.
Yes, you need to keygen. This file I'm going to go in. I'm going to remove the semicolons. I'm basically going to fuck around in their DLL files and other jar files or whatever the game has running. They were lack of standards as well before DirectX came from Microsoft. They were running all sorts of fucking...
OpenGL.
Exactly. The gaming standards that they introduced. So I'm going to do a lot of stuff for 2-3 days just to make this game run.
Yeah.
So for me, it was very simple that you need to struggle to be able to make something run on a computer. Now everyone wants like, give me a URL and ping. I don't even want to ping. I just want to say things to it. So we are from a different generation. So what we think is the normal amount of struggle to run a software is not what is now considered a normal amount of struggle to run a software.
They're
used to this.
Hacker News?
They're used to this.
But yeah.
There was no this when I was...
There was no this.
Not just this. There was not even a fucking Nokia when I was working on computers.
You know Hacker News, right? I don't know.
Who?
Hacker News. Y Combinator Hacker News.
Okay.
The website.
Okay.
And there was the guy who made Dropbox.
Okay.
He posted there. And there's a famous comment, very famous. And the guy says... I don't see the point of this because I can do the same thing. I can just run a Linux machine, put some script to synchronize the files between my computer and some server. And with just basic FTP, I can just synchronize my files across devices. And it was at the very beginning of Dropbox where they had like no users. And 2 years later, it became huge.
That person was a good engineer, but had no human skills.
No idea
How humans behave.
And that comment is always posted.
What did I say before?
Yeah.
Convenience.
Yeah.
Convenience will always win with humans. They want the easiest, path of least resistance
Yeah.
to do the things. And whatever the price they pay,
Mm.
I have so many people from all over the world on my Instagram,
Mm.
good people who are essentially, how do I say this?
We are watching us right now. So.
I don't give a fuck. No, it's they have political opinions and
Yeah.
they're trying to, on Instagram they're trying to show the world AI is bad. Okay, this is bad. That cobalt is bad. Which are all right points.
Right.
I have a book about cobalt. There's a lot of horrific things happening in the world.
Mm.
They're posting it through their iPhone.
Mm.
With some Chinese kid made under slave labor law, under a dictatorial government, with cobalt from the mine from fucking Congo, lead from God knows where, nickel from God knows where.
Yeah.
We are all a part of the same shit. They're sitting on their MacBooks, they're sitting on their iPhones trying. The point here is not that those people are bad. The point here is people are oblivious to their part in massive amount of debauchery of this planet and slave labor. We are all a part of it. And we are a part of it because our need for convenience is way greater than our need to apply our morals. We all have morals. We love our morals. But the actual struggle to apply them, we don't have enough ball sets to actually apply them. Our need for convenience always wins. That's just the way it is. And once you know that about humanity, that in general, some exceptions of course, they're amazing people. But in general, if you apply this rule, you will never lose. And that's what these tech giants, they know convenience wins. Everyone knows the horrible addiction of Instagram. How many Instagram users are there though? Do you think all of them don't know it? Most of them know it.
We know.
Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook is still alive and running. Facebook Blue is out or something like that, which is also something to talk about. Metaverse, omniverse. It's just
It makes me think of Children of Men. I always tell you about this scene when the main character goes to his friend, who's like a minister of culture.
Oh yeah. With the
And he
statue
has
of
with
David
that
from
David,
Florence in there. Yeah.
And you have all of his
And his son is on the
the son is
yeah.
And the main character asks, why do you care? Like the world is ending.
Yes.
And you have all of these relics of the past. Like, how do you keep doing this even though you know the end is coming? And the character says, I don't think about it. I just don't think about it.
And this is what I mean, which is everything I've read. I don't think, by the way, I do a very good job on my Instagram depicting all the knowledge I actually have and everything that I read. Because I think I get bored and I get tired. But everything that I've read in the past few years, especially about the origins of humanity's history, Zoroastrian comes into it, Graham Hancock comes into it, Epic of Gilgamesh comes into it, Sumerian history, Assyrian history comes into it, tablets from Egypt and Sumeria come into it, a lot of shit comes into it. But everything, this thing I keep repeating with you, we were even talking about it a year ago on the streets while we were having our walks. What you just said is basically connected to that this need human beings have. They're going to a place, they don't know where it is, but they're driven to get there. That is directly related to this statement. I don't think about it. Then why are you doing something if you don't think about it? Because you're biologically, subconsciously driven to accomplish or do something or be on this path. There's something at work inside you. Otherwise, why would you keep doing this if you don't think? And that character is not unreal. We see them, all of them, all around us. We have those characters. They don't know why they're doing something, but they're doing it. And sometimes they're doing something complicated, which requires a lot of effort and thinking about how to do this. But if you ask them, why are you doing this? They don't know.
Right.
And this is what I'm doing right now when I told you. I don't want to be this. I don't want to keep reading for the sake of reading without thinking, why am I doing this?
What are you getting out of it? Yeah.
That's why I'm taking a step since yesterday. I'm questioning it like, wait. I'm asking myself in my own head, I'm like, no. Justify this to me now. You know all of this is happening. Now justify your time going to this. Justify this. Remove your ego from the equation. Justify it. Why are we doing this? What purpose? Now. What are you getting out of this?
But why are we getting anything? Why are we doing anything?
It's more about if you're going to get something, at least direct your efforts into something which is going to be in the physical world, real world, because you know a world is coming. Now you know is coming. Like in my brain, I'm 100% sure, right? So there's very little excuse in my brain to not do something about it. Right. If you don't know it, I didn't know about Bitcoin that much. It
Mm.
happened. I don't blame myself.
Mm.
I didn't know. I had other shit. I was
Mm.
I was surviving, so it's okay. But when you know, there's little excuse.
Hmm.
Anyways, this single book, although the book is not like a piece of art, but because of the information in it and the way my brain is equipped, I guess, has made me think so much. And the book is called The Thinking Machine, ironically enough.
Mm.
My brain is like very weird place right now. That's why I was trying to talk to you about it last night as well.
Hmm. We can talk about it.
We will.
Shall we end it?
Sure, let's end
In
it.
a while.
Honestly, I think this, it
I was
feels
not-
like this might have been the best podcast we've ever done.
I think so. It was flowing. Yes.
Yeah.
I could keep going, but I think we already like
No.
way.
We have reached.
have
We should not
reached
be pushing this
more.
right now.
I actually don't know how much time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.